Hello, Booktube, and welcome back. I did a video a couple of days ago, the previous video about books I've read in the past in September. So it's looking back a year ago, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. And one of the books that I noted that I read, whatever it was, is, oh wow, that is due a reread because I love the fantasy series that it's based around. Now, it's a kind of a two birds, one stone because this month is actually Shorty September. Shorty September is like a Booktube event where, you read a short novella, novel, 50 to 150 pages, whatever, a short novel is, I don't know. A page, 2 pages is a short novel, I don't know. Step back, I don't know. So, as I said, this is only a wee book. It's about 120 pages or whatnot. And I think it's really good. I do enjoy this book. So, if you don't know, Robin Hobb is she's a fantasy author, and her main body of work was the Realm of the Elderling series. She's about 15, 16 books, whatever it is. It's got loads of characters, loads of plot points and all that. It's one of my favourite fantasy series. I do really like it. And not really magic based, to be honest with you. There's bits, but the main magic thing is something called the wit. Now, the wit is a way of humans to talk to animals and sometimes take on animal traits, but within control yourselves and all that, you can control it. But at the time that the main series is happening, it's seen as a very black magic. It's dark. It's evil. People who do the wit take on, they turn into beasts. So they're very much, these people are persecuted throughout the book series. And this tale, the Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince, it's at the time of the main series, it's told to like kids, like scare them, where the Piebald Prince might come and eat you while you're asleep, So they're very much, it's a bad story within the main series. But Robin Hobb decided to write a prequel to the main series, which is this, to actually tell the true story behind the Piebald Prince. Now, this book is basically in 2 parts, and in both parts it's narrated by the nursemaid. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, I have no idea what I'm going to say from the top of my head. I don't know. I'm riffing now. I don't know. So be warned. I don't know what I'm going to say. So the first part is, I'll be very general with it. The very first part is, how the nursemaid became a nursemaid, made friends with the queen in waiting, the princess, how the princess fell for a piebald, someone who could, who had the wit magic. It was a stable boy, and they eventually get together, and she gives birth to their son. And I might as well say, because it's the first part, it's not the end, it's the first part of the story. She gives birth to the Piebald Prince and she dies. So that's the first part of the story. And the second part takes place about 15, 20 years later, about 20 years later. And the wit people are very much now being persecuted and pushed aside, and there's rumours that the Piebald Prince is actually, he can talk to horses and become beast, become beast. not in a Beauty and the Beast kind of way, like a more devilish kind of way, and the king dies and everybody suspects that he did something with the wit, and at the same time as this is happening, she has a child as well. And I've brain farted. I can't remember the lad's name. I've just read it yesterday. I can't remember it becomes like a bard, and that's going to do my head. And no, I can't remember his name. And bard, and he's best friends with the Piebald Prince, or Piebald King, as it become. And then the whole thing kind of like comes together with the. A not nice ending. Don't spoil the ending for the Piebald Prince, as his duchy starts to revolt against him and this wit magic, and he gets betrayed. And I'm kind of like saying the ending without saying it, aren't I? But after all this, lots of lies go on around that the Piebald prince turned into a ferocious beast and started to attack people, and the new king of the duchy started to take control, but he's the one who sabotaged him and got rid of him. So totally do. But the whole thing is kind of it's a nice end, semi-nice end towards the tale, because the nursemaid's son, the bard, comes to the court when they're all celebrating with the lies and all that, and he gives his mum what happened, true story, because he saw the whole thing, he saw the whole portrayal. He gives it to his mum, and then goes to the court, and starts singing a song of truth, and end it there, and basically you find out towards the end as well. There's also there's a slight light in the tunnel towards the end, because the king's new wife was in love with the Piebald prince, and maybe the child is not the king's but the former king's. Oh! This book is great. I love it. If you're a fantasy head, or if you like the Realm of the Elden series, if you've not picked this up, read it. It's a really great little tale. So Robert Hobb has got a way of writing things where it pulls you in, it compels you, and that's a couple of hours read. It's worth it. It's a good little book. The characters are real in a fantasy setting. Everything's understandable, everything makes sense. There's no waffling, there's no Wheel of Time, nonsense, where irrelevant things are going on when you're like, I don't care about the colour of broderie. This is slap bang straight in your face. Very well delivered, very well wrote. If you know Robin Hobb, this is Robin Hobb at her finest. It's a really excellent little novella or novel, little small book. That's what it is, a little small book. Well, that's it. Go out and read that, folks, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Booktube.